Now this may come as a shock to you, but not all my shoes are Nike or Jordan. And if we group them as one, because they pretty much come from the same factory and all that type of stuff, same company if you break it down, the next brand that I have most of in my collection is actually New Balance. I've got, you know, shell toes, I've got forums, you know, I enjoy Adidas, but lately I've been buying a bunch of New Balance. And it's a trend that seems to be happening all around the world. Look, there is no way to hide this. New Balance is having a moment right now. And that's not why I have New Balance in my collection. I've had New Balance in my collection well before this. But what's funny is my history somewhat with New Balance. When I worked in retail, I made good friends with the New Balance rep. And he would show us all these performance runners, right? And the technology was there, everything was there, and I'd always make a joke of, mate, all you need to do is put a Nike tick on that and it'll sell. And he'd laugh, and you know, he's no longer with them anymore, so I can clown a little bit publicly. But I went to, I want to say the outlets at Zetland, and I managed to get a pair of New Balance 515s for like $37 or something. Like, it was like triple discounted somehow. And the colorway was different, but for whatever reason they were super comfortable and I just went with it, right? Ever since that moment, which I'd say at least 5 years ago, I've been rocking with them. Now don't get me wrong, New Balance has had this reputation of being a dad shoe for the longest time. And there was a point where that brought it on, you know, that ironic sort of fashion stage where people started wearing them, right? The Made in America joints, that they called the Donald Trump ones and all that, they had their moment, and to an extent they still are. They're still in that space, right? In UK they've always been a big brand, but they're becoming bigger and bigger at the moment. There's collabs, there's a lot of relevant collabs, and they're selling out, right? They've also come out recently and said with their collabs, I think this is just in America at the moment, they're a pre-sale base. They had the Levi's collab recently that sold out straight away.
The first thing we want to discuss is the shoes everyone has on feet. So Welty, please tell us what you're wearing.
Had to wait to wear these for the season, but got the Levi's New Balance 90 V3s.
Very good.
Happy to break them out.
Very good.
Good feats.
And the Bodega collab's been talked about for Sneaker of the Year. They're well and truly having their moment. Primarily it is US and UK, but I'm starting to see a bit of momentum over here too. They've obviously got the basketball area with Kawhi, one of the biggest players in the NBA at the moment. Now, while I think that shoe looks terrible, it's probably a really good shoe performance-wise. So for what it's designed for, that's great, right? And if you're a young kid growing up right now and Kawhi's your favorite player, you're going to go get that shoe. Same as people doing with LeBrons. I don't think LeBrons look good, but people buy them because of the name. You've also got them in the New Balance numeric area where, you know, they got guys like Jamie Foy, one of the most notable contest skaters at the moment, who just does crazy stuff on a skateboard. He's got a signature shoe with him. They're just doing massive things at the moment, and it's somewhat low key, but it's definitely at a point where it's sticking. They're not just forcing it on you, but it's working. And it's funny that I actually had written in my notes, not just a dad shoe anymore. And now they're actually advertising a brand new collab with Stone Island, you know, which is quite hype in the street culture area, right? Stone Island is huge. They've done a collab with them and it says something very similar, not your dad shoe or something like that, which is a take on obviously the Woodstock quotes back in the day for '99. I think the main reason for this, right, ever since COVID especially, it is almost impossible to get shoes online because they either get botted, raffles get botted, you know, everything gets botted. It's impossible. You can't even get past the Foot Locker sneaker tent, right? You know, the tent that only lets bots in, it's impossible. It also seems, to me anyway, that it's all become very uniform. Everyone will get this, then this, then this, then this. There's no, hey, I copped these sort of thing. Oh yeah, they're cool, I copped these. You know, everyone seems to be on the same sort of field. So there's that lack of originality as well. Everyone seems to be getting, you know, whatever they can get their hands on, which ends up being, you know, it is what it is. So with Nikes, Jordans, Yeezys being way too hard, people are looking at different brands. Okay, I can't get this. I don't want to pay crazy resale. What can I get? And that's where New Balance comes into it. And now they're starting to do hype collabs. You know, you got Bodega, you got Stone Island, Levi's. There's been a bunch of different collabs, and they're not bad looking. The grade A joints, in the 5740 especially, the 574 was good, the one without the logo not so much, but mint. Up until recently, even if it was with a hype collab, you could get them very easily. If I noticed the email from New Balance Australia telling me about the Levi joints, I reckon I could have got them. I don't think they're botting those, but for your hardcore sneakerheads, they'll be into that. And they will, you know, maybe a couple hours, maybe a couple days it took for them to go instead of a couple milliseconds, right? So you still got a chance. So you take a bunch of people that are used to copying sneakers, like, I don't know, could be once a month, twice a month, could be once a week. But they don't have access to anything. They don't want to pay ridiculous money to resellers, so what do? They go look at other brands, other options. They try and find something different. All of a sudden, this is coming to the forefront. So now, what I might do is just show a few pairs in my collection of New Balance. These were the first joints I ever picked up, and like I said, they were like 36 bucks. I thought these were a 574, but it turns out they're not. They're called a 515. Very similar shape, sole, everything like that. I actually wore these playing a youth week gig, and I was playing, there was an action shot from my photographer as I was playing basketball. I was wearing these, put them on Facebook, and straight away my friend that worked for New Balance hit me up and was like, oh yeah, nice shoes. I was like, oh yeah, I got these. And then when I told him the price, he's like, I can't even get them for that price. So these joints here, these are another, I think I got these at Zetland as well. Yeah, I definitely did. These are a 574. There'll be some sort of international joint on the front. Little flag on there too. You know, just nice and neutral vibes. Similar sole. The soles are all similar. So I'm going for pretty much the same shape when I go with this. But that's like with anything, right? Whatever brand it is, we stick to what we know, what we like. These here were sitting in the wrong area or something, and I said, hey, are these priced? They said no. I said, oh, can you do it for that price because they were there? They said, sure, why not? So I think I got these for 50 bucks. And retail on these is like 140, right? So bargain. The best thing about these is you can always find a bargain on these, always. Platypus Outlet in Homebush, I believe. I think they were down to 60 bucks, so not bad, down from 140. Go back to the Homebush episode if you want to see, but these are like one of my favorites. They're super neutral, but a little bit more dressy. Are these a 574? No, they're a 515. So there you go, I've got two models that I go to. But these are, you can put these with anything. Pair of jeans, pair of shorts, whatever. They're super comfortable, lightweight, and 50 bucks, can't go wrong. These are a 574, I just had to check the size tag. Really different with how they got the fur on here and not the normal embroidered stitched joint. And again, super neutral, you can go with anything. I'm not mad at these at all. I'm pretty sure these ones here I got from Rebel Sport of all places. I was in there looking at a boxing bag, just thought I'd glimpse the shoe wall, and you know, I don't really look at their shoe wall, it's usually not that impressive. But I came across these and they were on special. I was like, nah, look, they're a 574, they're one of my favourite joints, let's go for it, why not? And so I did. I think 70 bucks, down from 140, so again, crazy. You always get them on special, always. There'll be some colorway right now, you can go anywhere you like and you'll get them on special. And you won't regret it. These joints you might remember, the 5740, it's an amalgamation of the 574 and something else, I don't know, something with an O. But these are super comfy. They're a little bit big, I will say that. I have worn them a bunch of times. I just put a thicker pair of socks on. That's alright. I do have another pair of these. Hopefully you'll see it in this video if they arrive on time. They are a collab, and I have no idea what the collab is, just like we mentioned in the collabs video, because personally I don't give a fuck. I just like the shoe. But yeah, the 5740, that's, man, I really like these. I may try and get the grade A joints if I can get them in a 9.5. I have seen them available in a 10, but I feel like I need 9.5 in these. Okay, we got a little parcel right here. Couldn't be bothered setting up the unboxing bit, so we're just gonna rip straight into it. I have no idea what this is. Down the bottom it said NBA, but I don't think I've ordered anything from the NBA, so I'm assuming it's a pair of New Balance I've been waiting on. Never seen that. Put an elastic band around it. This is what it is. This is New Balance X Staud, or S-T-A-U-D. I don't know if it's like an Australian thing. We mentioned about collabs and me having no idea about most of them, and you guys too. Well, this is another one. I have no idea what this collab is about, but I like the colorway, so we went with it. That's nice. Nice little dust bag right there. Very fancy. And I'm pretty sure these were on special too. Like, this isn't some high-end collab that I've gone, I must have this. I just found these because it's a style that I like, it's a colorway I like, and I'm pretty sure it was on special. You've seen these before on here, the 5740. I really like them, and you know, lime green, a little bit of yellow. It's like an Australian colorway, isn't it? That's where the AUD thing kind of threw me, so I'm not sure. Bit of grey on the sole so you can't get them dirty. We've got extra laces. We've got some green laces. I might have to put them in. I'm not mad at this at all. I went half size down in these. I don't think they had the 10, but from memory the last pair I had were a 10 and they're a little bit big. So I still wear them. They're alright to wear, but I feel like the 9.5 would be better. So we might chuck these straight onto feet. Alright, so the colorway is incredible in my opinion. Obviously everyone has different opinions. The sizing, the 9.5, perfect. So if you are going towards these, I would suggest going a half size down. That's what I've found so far. But man, I can't complain about this. The nice little suede hits, everything like that. I don't know if that has more to do with the Staud or Stored or however you say it. I actually had to Google who they are. They're like a high-end fashion type joint. You know, jumpers are like $400, and to be fair, they look terrible. Just like most of the high-end fashion collaborations with sneakers, their actual stuff looks terrible. But the shoe, not bad. Little Staud or Stored on the front there. This was cool too. Classic then, classic now. You know, different box. I'm not mad at these, man, and like I said, New Balance are having a moment right now, and whether it's because of availability, whether it's because, let's face it, fashions change. I know in America and UK they have certain models, and we can get them here, that are actually made in the UK and the US, and maybe there's a little bit of patriotism behind that. Maybe Australia needs a model that they make here. I don't know, maybe that's what boosts it here. I am seeing the trend buck over here, and people are wearing this sort of thing, but you know, everyone's different. Everyone has their own tastes, their own styles, but you know, it is what it is. Let me know in the comments below if, you know, you're buying New Balance at the moment. If you've been buying New Balance for years, let us know in the comments section. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll keep bringing you another episode of Creased. Peace.